glad you've done with no regrets. I called CPS on my sister after finding her 4-year-old son eating dog food for breakfast because there was no other food in the house. My sister Ashley had always been irresponsible, but after her divorce last year, things got really bad. She'd moved back to our hometown with her son Tyler, and I was the only family member who lived nearby. At first, I just thought she was struggling to adjust. Single mom, new job, tight budget. We've all been there. I'd bring groceries when I visited, take Tyler for weekends to give her a break, help with babysitting when I could, but the warning signs kept getting worse. Tyler would show up to family gatherings in dirty clothes that didn't fit. He'd eat like he was starving, shoving food in his pockets when he thought no one was looking. Ashley would drop him off at my house for a few hours and disappear for entire weekends. When I'd try talking to her about it, she'd get defensive. "I'm doing my best here, sis. Not all of us had everything handed to us like you did." The rest of my family bought into her act completely. "Ashley's going through a hard time," Mom would say. "She just needs support, not judgment." 3 weeks ago, Ashley called me at 6 a.m. asking if I could watch Tyler because she had to handle something important. When I got to her apartment, she was already gone, and Tyler was sitting on the kitchen floor eating dry dog food out of the bowl. "Buddy, what are you doing?" I asked. "Having breakfast," he said matter-of-factly. "The cereal box is empty, and this tastes like crackers." I opened the refrigerator. Completely empty except for beer and some moldy takeout containers. The pantry had dog food and nothing else. No milk, no bread, no kid food at all. Tyler looked up at me with those big 4-year-old eyes. "Aunt Sarah, can we go to your house? I'm still hungry." That's when I knew I had to make the call. I took Tyler to my house, fed him a proper breakfast, and called the CPS hotline while he was watching cartoons in the other room. "I need to report child neglect," I told the caseworker. "A 4-year-old is being left alone with no food and eating dog food for meals." They took my report seriously. Within 2 days, a caseworker showed up at Ashley's apartment for a surprise visit. They found exactly what I'd described. No food, dirty living conditions, and evidence that Tyler was being left alone for extended periods. Ashley immediately called our entire family, hysterical. "Someone called CPS on me. They're trying to take Tyler away." It was probably one of those nosy neighbors. My mom called me crying. "Can you believe someone would do this to Ashley when she's already struggling? We need to find out who made this report and make them understand they're destroying our family." "Maybe whoever called was genuinely concerned about Tyler," I said carefully. "No excuse for calling strangers instead of family," Dad said during our family meeting. "If someone had concerns, they should have come to us first." The whole family spent weeks trying to figure out who the anonymous reporter was. They suspected neighbors, Tyler's daycare, even Ashley's ex-husband. I sat through every conversation, letting them theorize while I stayed silent. CPS required Ashley to take parenting classes, submit to random home inspections, and prove she could provide basic necessities for Tyler. She had to get a food assistance program and childcare support. The family rallied around Ashley, bringing groceries, helping clean her apartment, babysitting Tyler during her required classes. Exactly the kind of support she'd needed all along, but only got after CPS forced the issue. Tyler started gaining weight. His clothes were clean, he stopped hoarding food. 6 months later, CPS closed the case. Ashley had met all their requirements, and Tyler was thriving. She'd even gotten a better job and moved to a nicer apartment. My family still talks about finding the mystery reporter who almost destroyed Ashley's life. I broke my family's trust and lied to them for months. 0 regrets.